As Malaysia is on track to become a cashless society, digital banks have propped up in recent years, offering a more seamless access to financial services. But with cyber attacks on the rise in Malaysia, how can digital banks enhance their digital immune system to remain well protected against these threats? Here to share more on this is Arun Kumar, Regional Director of Manage Engine.
You talk about anytime, anywhere banking. A digital transformation on a banking system talks about a wonderful, great experience, how customers can do banking with the banks. But on the other side, coming as a critical infrastructure, banks equally also has to ensure they follow these regulatory compliances frameworks from a cybersecurity standpoint. It's on one side, they talk about innovation, but on the other side, it becomes equally important how they ensure the infrastructure is always available, have a proper capacity management in place to scale, and equally put across a lot of cybersecurity practices into the system so that the infrastructure of the banking becomes equally secure. All of this applications infrastructure should be monitored, should be audited, and it has to go through a lot of workflow and automation so that the data flows seamlessly across different functions of the bank to give a great customer experience. So this is fantastic when you talk about digital maturity in place, but many a times we miss that humans are the weakest link in cybersecurity. So knowingly or unknowingly, they kind of like tend to deviate the process. Talk about deviating a process. They start storing some of the critical information on their laptops, desktops. They pass information on the chat. And sometimes they also run IT parallelly by bringing their own device, bringing their own application. So these kind of challenges creates disturbances in the workflow, and not automatically what happens is you are not able to drive a very good analytics of how your automation works, how your workflow works, puts up a lot of challenge.
Arun also emphasized the importance of digital resilience as part of a wider and more comprehensive cybersecurity framework.
Having a very good cybersecurity practice in place is not enough in digital banking. It's all about having a very good cyber resilience, which also complements your cybersecurity practices. Resilience by means on cyber world today, you actually proactively do a risk assessment, identify what are your potential vulnerabilities. Then you come up with the incident response team. In case if an attack happens, how do you respond? How do you react? And do you have a proper data recovery and backup in place so that if something goes wrong, you bring back the system up and ensure business continuity happens. And then you also have to proactively train and educate your employees on what are the latest trends, technology issues, cyber issues which are happening in the world. And not only that, you also have to do periodic monitoring, assessment of your infrastructure, and ensure the cybersecurity practices also keeps updated to these trends and technologies.